Hey, what's going on? It's your boy King Gabe here, and in this for this video, briefly, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Xavier Wayne. Sorry about that. So, yep, that will be my character for the Descendants movies, and just to let you guys know, I've only seen the first three Descendants movies. That's the only one I've been exposed to. I know that there are other. I know about. I have seen a little bit of Wicked World, like maybe an episode or two, um, but not a lot of them. And then I know there was the fourth one with the wedding there, and also a few other things that they've made, as well as also books and lots of other stuff. Yeah, but the movies is the only thing I've seen. Who knows? I might check out some of the other stuff. You never know. But I do know about those three movies though. So anyway, so the character I came up with for that was the core, like I say, Xavier Wayne. He's actually the obviously the son, the son of Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man from Princess and the Frog, which also means that he would be a brother to Cecilia, which in the third movie was introduced as as Dr. Facilier's daughter. So she would actually be Xavier's little sister, kind of like me and my cousin, and how we sort of are like big brother little sister type of relation there. Even though we're cousins, but we kind of look at each other like that. So let me show you this real quick before I start talking about it. That's a sketch that I've made of Xavier. Yep, as you can see, he got the staff and a little hat like his dad. Just got to get him colored and everything when I get a chance, because I'm also working on some other things, like if I can finally sit down and work on my on illustrating Yumiko too. If they say I feel like I'm in a procrastination mode, but I gotta sit down and do that. Also, speaking of Yumiko, make sure you get yourself a copy of issue 1, only $7 a copy. Place your orders in today. There's your ad for this video. So then you got Jane. I drew her. It would actually be my wife Christina, aka Queen Tina, as Jane. So it'd be like a black version of Jane, which would also be a black version of the fairy godmother, since that's her mother. But this is in our role play. When I say our, I mean not only just me and my wife that's included in it, but also my big sister Casey, who has a character of her own in there. Lavender, also known as Labby for short, based upon the information Casey gave me. She is actually the daughter of Anita and Roger from 101 Dalmatians. So yeah, so she would obviously be a AK Ordon kid, and obviously my character would be a VK, the villain kid. So yeah, we're kind of on two different sides there. And of course, her character has a crush on Carlos, so I drew him there. And also, if you hadn't seen the short that I put up earlier concerning about the possibility of a Descendant fan fiction added to my fan fiction list. Yes, I forgot, lost my train of thought. But yeah, if you had seen it, yeah, she has a drawing of Lavender that she made herself. So that's what I was going by when I drew that sketch there, off of her drawing. So yeah, like I say, that is a character. Just so y'all know, that character definitely comes from her. Just like Xavier Facilier comes from myself. And of course, Xavier has a thing for Jane, which we're about to talk about a little bit in this video. Xavier and Jane. Yes, I know originally in the Descendants trilogy, it was Carlos and Jane. Carlos and Jane started the things. kind of they sort of kind of went, I guess, towards in the end of the first movie, but yeah, it really surfaced in the second and third movies. Yeah, Carl and Jane. So, but in my sister and I's role play, possible future fan fiction. The thing is, since my character Xavier inserted in there has a thing for Jane now, so in our version, her character would have a thing for Carlos there. So now, of course, there is now she hasn't given me like information on exactly what all what all would go on with her character in the movies, as well as anything else Descendants related. You know, you got the Wicked World, the fourth movie, and a few other things, and as well as the books. So, like I say, I would have to ask her about that there a little bit later when I get some time, because she's been out of town at the moment. Not sure if she's gotten back yet, but yeah, as of me making this video, as far as I know, last I heard, yeah, she was out of town. So she gets back, yeah, I'll find out more about that. So yeah, let's get into Xavier and Jane. So what I envision, especially from rewatching the first movie, and I do plan to rewatch the other two on my own as well. Matter of fact, the first time I watched any of these Descendant movies, all three of them, it was 2020, yes, and I actually, when it first came out in 2015, I actually thought that it was like a TV series, with like episodic and stuff like that. And I actually was not really, I didn't really think I would get into that. I was like, okay. I just didn't think I would. Sort of like when Yu-Gi-Oh first came out, and to say, yeah, when Yu-Gi-Oh first came out, I was thinking it was a card captor ripoff, and like, I ain't gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh. Nah. Next thing you know, I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'm all ready to duel. So we see where that went. So, of course, later I got into Descendants. However, in kind of a different way, yeah. Yeah, a former reviewer I worked with, I sort of was having to guess right with him his review of Descendant, of the first and third movie, which is on his channel and everything. So yeah, it was kind of that, and yeah, he didn't really like the movie. So yeah, not one rule of thumb. I'm just gonna say this: if it's your first time watching something, anything, make sure you watch it for, whether it be a movie or a TV series. Make sure you watch it first and get your own opinion about it before you see a review on it. That way it'll be your thoughts of that movie or TV series versus the review, and then that way you already decided for yourself whether you like or dislike it. You will be done decided for yourself. You'll be done seen it, and you'll know if this is your thing or not. So that's my advice. I'm not saying trying to, not dictating what to like or dislike. I'm just saying, watch it yourself first and get your opinions together. So yeah, like I say, because that was not the best idea. No. Yeah, so anyway, enough of that. So yeah, with like I say, so that was pretty much the only time I had seen all three together. So rewatching them, seeing the first movie, I have I would imagine, okay, like, the movie starts off where, King Ben, he's saying that he wants to extend, as a declaration, he wants to bring some of the kids from the Isle, the VKs, over to Oregon so they can have a chance at a normal life, go to school and stuff like that, and kind of, bring them into society. So they're like, so his mother's like, well, who are their parents? Okay, Evil Queen. I don't know why they didn't give Evil Queen a name. That's this is a little nitpick of mine. You know how, okay, you got Sleeping Beauty, her name is Aurora, Beast's name is Adam. So I mean, yeah, just Evil Queen. That's on your birth certificate. That's what your parents named you. Okay, well, Evil Queen, Jafar, Cruella de Vil, and with my character included in there, Dr. Facilier, and Maleficent. Maleficent! She is the worst villain of the land! But Dad, her children are innocent. The children, don't you think they deserve a shot at a normal life? So, yeah, we get that. And then we go over to the aisle. And, of course, my character, Xavier, would be introduced right away with, of course, your main four, Mal, Evie, Carlos, and Jay, who been mentioned about with the parents. And, they're all singing there, rotten to the core. I'm nothing like the kid next door, rotten to the core. Stealing candy from a baby. Maleficent shows up. Stealing candy, Mal. How disappointing. So, yeah, we go into that. And, it's announced that they're going to Oregon school. Maleficent then tells them that, while they're there, she wants them to get the fairy godmother's wand. And then we get the brief scene with the other parents, Evil Queen talking with Evie about get a prince and lots of mirrors. Jafar is like, well, no, Jay can't go. I need him to restock my shelves. You mean steal stuff. Like the magic lamp. That, I already tried it. Oh, it hurts. So, Cruella de Vil doesn't want her boy Carlos to go, because she needs him to do stuff for her. You listen to the movie, he'll tell you. And as for Dr. Facilier, yeah, he would be in this. So now he would be amongst the group of parents that's in this scene, instead of waiting to the third movie to see him. He might throw in something about needing them for running his errands and the arcade and stuff, but I think he would actually just obviously Maleficent is going to persuade them all, like, look, we got to do this plan. So yeah, he'd be like, okay, yeah, Xavier can go, but he doesn't let Cecilia go. And as we all know, Cecilia did go to Oregon in the third movie, but he doesn't let her go here, which does make sense, in contrast of the movies. And the reason why, because, Daddy's little girl, she's too young. And yeah, she's not too happy about it. Be a little bit of a small squabble with her and Xavier. Hey. That kind of thing. They kind of squabble a little bit. They're sort of like Jay and Carlos did when they got in the limo and was fighting each other over the candy and stuff and messing with each other. Then when they got to Oregon, they stole something out of the limo and was fighting over it. Like, why do you want it? Because you want it. Leave it the way you found it. And by that I mean just leave it. Yeah, so you get that. So of course everybody introduces themselves to each other, in the way just like you saw in the movie. Going further down, there's the whole thing of them trying to get the magic wand, of course, but of course their first attempt failed because Jay just went in there for some reason. Yeah, you would think an expert thief would know that something like the magic wand would have some security around it. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, you're talking about the fairy godmother's wand. You don't think that they would secure something like that? So yeah, so a little bit later goes on. We meet up with Jane in remedial goodness class. While fairy godmother's teaching, Jane enters the classroom, real nervous of seeing the VKs. I mean, poor girl's terrified there. Oh boy. Xavier would kind of try to flirt with her upon first seeing her, like, "Hey, what's up?" "Hi." Hey. See, yeah, kind of something like that. Mal would be sort of disgusted by this, like, "Really, Xavier?" "Hey, I like what I see." The doctor likes what he sees. Your dad is the doctor. You're the son. I'm next in line as a doctor. Yeah. And also there is I think I would include a bit of back to where now I kind of acknowledge Descendants as a different universe from the original Disney movies. I know that, I know they're the same characters like Jafar, Cruella de Vil, and all that. But obviously, I consider it as a different universe, not only just because, we got, not because just the live action actors and also Cruella de Vil is black, is, in this one, which makes Carlo mixed. And I know it was kind of hard for me to see that, like how he was mixed there, but I actually looked this up and, yes, he's mixed. He's actually African Jewish, which is pretty interesting. I've seen quite a bit of biracial mixes. I've seen mixes of like African, Asian, the common one, Caucasian and African. That's pretty much the common biracial mix there. Then also others like African Hispanic, like Miles Morales from Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. But that's not the first time I've heard of African Jewish. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So, not bad. Never know. Just go to show you it's a small world. So, anyway, yeah, it's actually yeah, I consider this kind of a different universe than your original, like the original Aladdin and all that. One theory I thought of that why, this is taking place in 2015 for some reason with the iPad and all that, is probably because in this universe, all the events of say like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and Sleeping Beauty and all that probably took place anywhere between the 80s to 90s there. So yeah, depending on on the age of the parents and the kids there, anywhere between the 80s and 90s, these events took place. Sort of like the release of some of the movies, not all of them, but some of them, because you had some movies that were released in the 60s, but movies like Aladdin and Little Mermaid and Lion King were all like late 80s to all into the 90s there. And then you still had some movies that that continued to come out, like Emperor's New Groove and Tangled and Frozen and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, if we just group them all in the 90s, yeah, I think that 80s and 90s, I think that would make sense, and especially when you consider events like with 101 Dalmatians, because you had cars in there and all that, and also like well, I guess technically I don't think anything of Lion King is in there because they're animals. But the fact that Genie knew about, cars and stuff like that in Aladdin there. So, yeah, I guess it kind of could make sense. Makes sense to me. After all, we have been exposed to the multiverse in Marvel. So, yeah, anyway, back to Xavier and Jane. So, yeah, so what we get, so because of Xavier flirting with Jane, oh, that's right. You know how in The Princess and the Frog, Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man, was taken into the Shadow Realm kind of thing? Like, are you ready? Are you ready? No, I'm not ready to go. No, 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 I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. Ah! Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, I kind of thought of, I guess in this universe, since, you got the kids and stuff, what if some kind of way, maybe, um, his son got him out of the Shadow Realm? Or maybe, you could say maybe the mother, Xavier's mom, may have done something to do it. But I would kind of go with the theory of maybe Xavier uh, making that happen some kind of way. Um, yeah, a little more thought into that. Might do something a little. Might go with that or do something a little different. But at the moment, that's what I'm thinking about. Xavier being the one that pulled him out of the Shadow Realm and stuff like that. But anyway, but it might something else might come to my mind. Like I say, it all depends. Yeah, this all depends. But anyway, that's what I had thought of, and with further along with him and Jane, Mal, seeing as how Xavier is crushing on Jane and flirting with her, she uses this to her advantage of trying to get the wand, of course, and she acts as so instead of in the original movie, instead of Mal trying to talk Jane into getting the wand and stuff like that and manipulate her and then going to Ben, she would actually get Xavier to do this. And like me and my character Hiko in Yumiko, Xavier also has a little slight case of ADHD. So he sort of when he goes, so when Mal like go see if he can get that wand from Jane, or talk Jane into getting you the wand from her mother. So he gets to talking with Jane, and it leads to Jane talking about how insecure she is, and when Xavier compliments that she looks really pretty to him, and Jane's like, well, other people don't think that there. I'm pretty much nothing up here. And Xavier disagrees with this, of course, and she's going on about, I wish I could be more beautiful and everything. Then lots of people could. Then I could be. I wish I could be beautiful to everybody. So Xavier, to try to cheer her up there, actually, without magic, he doesn't even use magic for this, actually does Jane's hair in a jump cut, as well as also gives her not a whole lot, but just a light touch of a little makeup there. And this was actually inspired because there was one time a while back, I just did this at random. Christina and I were getting ready for church, and I randomly was like, "Hey, baby, you want me to apply your makeup there on you?" And I did a pretty good job. I gotta add there, putting it on her there, just to light them, the right amount that she wanted and everything. So I thought about putting that in Xavier, sort of. Really making him the ladies' man there, so which I know Jay has kind of got that going too. Jay's charm is more in I'm tough, I am a man. Not saying that Carlos and Xavier aren't men, but I'm just saying the tough guy. So in Xavier's case, it's more of like the Michael Jackson style kind of man. Hey, is it all right if I come down there and sing for you? Oh yeah. As Eddie Murphy said, Michael had that charm. And so does Xavier. So yeah, that's pretty much how him and Jane's relation kind of starts there. Doing that, and might even throw in a little nail doing too on her. Like, hey, there you go, Jane. Because how many girls can say that my boyfriend my boyfriend fixed me up? He may, yeah. Now there's a romantic moment for you. Have your boyfriend boyfriend fix up their girlfriend? Isn't that romantic? So yeah, he does that, and this kind of causes him to forget to ask about the wand. He legitly forgets about this. It's not he feels bad about doing it. He accidentally forgets. And Mal Mal is pretty ticked about it because she's like come back like like how did it go? Oh, went really well. Really, I did, like, she was feeling, I fixed her up and everything, and she's even more prettier than before. That's lovely. Did you say so? Did she reward you in any way? Well, we might go out. Any other way? Well, I hadn't thought of any other way, but we'll just see where he goes. The one, Xavier, the one. Oh, I forgot to ask about the one. Xavier. Yeah, and that's what leads Mal to having to look through her spell book and coming to and eventually, like, when they started making the cookies to spell Ben there, to put, making him go, my love for you is ridiculous. I never knew that love could ever be like this. Yeah, that's what leads to that. Of course, we know Ben actually was crushing on her from the beginning. I think as one person stated, reacted to it, I think the cookies just sort of amplified what was already there. So, yeah. So that actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, I think that's even more realistic than, doing the whole making somebody in love with you that's not really in love with you. If they're already in love with you, yeah, you could possibly amplify that. Yeah, because chances are they're probably trying to hide it. And yeah, this just made them come more open and not even try to hide it. So, yeah, there you go. So, this also leads to, Xavier doing the other girl's hair, like Mulan's daughter. I forgot her name. I gotta look at it again to check her name. But yeah, Mulan's daughter doing her hair. And now all the girls at Oradon are wanting Xavier to fix them up there. Yeah. So yeah. So then, of course, this actually would make more sense later when, they had the family day, and remember how Sleeping Beauty's mother, also the grandmother of Audrey, got upset when she found out, oh my goodness, Ben is dating the daughter of Maleficent. Maleficent! Yeah, and then everybody was, saying what, and most all the AKs were getting all upset. Chad was, throwing out stuff at them. And so this, yeah, obviously, and even Jane trying to blend in with them, with, what everybody else is doing. Because like I say, she was kind of an insecure person. Oh boy. See, this would actually, our version actually makes Mal's actions make even more sense. I'm not saying anything against what they got in there. I mean, it still works with, Mal doing the hair and then she undo it because, okay, she's mad. But she's even more so mad in this version. And the fact that it's Xavier the one that did everybody's hair. So yeah, more to the fact of Mal not giving a dang. So beware for swear, undo everyone's hair. And yeah, Xavier at this point be like, really, Mal? Of course, Xavier. We have a mission. We are evil, remember? Yeah. Guess we do. Yeah, so, and of course, the rest of the movie, they try to get the one, Jane, opens the barrier, they face Maleficent, and so on and so on. So, yeah, for the first movie, that's what I pretty much got of Xavier and Jane. Yeah, of course, as it goes to the other movies, their relationship with Bill. So, yep, that's what I got there. A little bit longer than I thought it would be there since I'm recording on my phone, but anywho, oh well. So, but yeah, that's what I got. I just wanted to share that with you guys, especially you guys from the Descendants Facebook group there, because see, you guys are really hardcore Descendant fan, which not saying anything against that, because trust me, just like you guys are hardcore Descendant fans, I'm big into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm also into Descendants now, because it's actually, Descendants actually pretty cool. I should have got into that, really should have got into that earlier there, much like how I got into High School Musical. I'm not completely sure if I would get into zombies just yet. I don't know right now. I don't really know. I don't know. It's just something about, which then again I said the same about Descendants, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure at the moment. Just kind of bear with me there. I might check zombies out, just to see. I mean, can't really say whether I like something for sure or not unless I look at it. Of course, there are some things that, you don't want to really get into at all. Probably what some of those things are. But yeah, maybe I might give zombies out. I don't know. I'll have to see. But yeah, just be patient with me on that one. Because I know for the Facebook group, y'all, Descendants and zombies. So yeah, like I said, I might check it out. Never know. But yeah, like you guys are really into Descendants and also zombies. Yep, I'm big into Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, yep, sharing Descendants with you guys, because like I say, guys really sparked up with my first couple of posts with pertaining to Descendants. So yeah, I figured, I'll go and make this here, kind of jump into the Descendant trains, which kind of jump into the pool with you guys there and have a little Descendant fun, a little riding to the core, ways to be wicked and good to be bad. Yeah, a little, and to say I could join in the fun too. But that's it for this video. If you like what you see, make sure you definitely definitely share this with your friend, cause just like the way you shared my other Descendant posts amongst you guys and liked it. Also subscribe to the channel. Buy our available comic books like Yamiko, of course, and also support me on Patreon. And even if it's just $1 a month, definitely appreciate it for what we do here on the channel, as well as future projects and also other things outside of YouTube. So definitely show support to your boy, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.